flex mode. This ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad in pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Set, ready. Come on, 15 on it. 15 on it. Block 54. Block 54. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see it. Go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Out. Go. Get it.
Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Blue draw quarters. Kill. Now.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Room past the 20. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tariq Cohen, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, he's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lock in, lock in.
Get the ball.
Bravo.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And an update now from up in Seattle. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. That incomplete to D.D. Westbrook. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready up. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You got it.
First down, a run with Cohen. A nice little juke. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
49ers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Down. 54. Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Break. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw on third down, Costello. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
They start the drive with Cook. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Trubisky now down around his goal line. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
On 2nd down, Cook. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Titans first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check three.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
152 fighter.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, break. 54, right? 5. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. General West. 54.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Greystone travel. Hey, order. Let's bring it.
Second and 5. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
I want to work. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Now Trubisky to throw. Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Check 52. 18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. Trubisky. This will be caught by Brown. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, 18. 15. What 15? Mike 15. Hey. 15's the mic.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hey, Mike's 15. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Check, 59. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards. Trubisky now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. But that's complete to Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
From the 31, Trubisky. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get up! 180! 15, all right? All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And an alley to run. Now Trubisky lost the football, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
15, Mike 15. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Nice, smooth.
On third and 1, it's Trubisky. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
X3, 218. Ready?
On first and 10, Costello. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off the play fake, Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Alpha. 54.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran wrong.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Back near midfield at the 49. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Motion, motion, watch 10, watch 10. Mike 8, Mike 8. Let's go, D.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Antonio Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Bullock good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Zoo.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Costello gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It's a sack. Come on, fellas.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go. Pilot, 64, weak.
On 3rd down, Costello. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarkwiski Tart. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around him.
Now Trubisky lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's coming.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, watch that. Hey, echo. 54.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Yeah, he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.